Oh man, now it's scuffed. Hello, 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 hello. I'm here on time. uh, konnichiwa. Long time no see. Oh man, I woke up an hour ago. Yesterday was so fun. I woke up extremely hot, man. God. What's up, numbers? How you doing? I'm on time. No rescheduling this time. Not because I wasn't outside or anything. I totally didn't. I totally didn't sleep for 12 hours and just woke up like an hour before stream started. Hell no. No, I'm definitely better than that. Oh, I am tiny. Hang on. I'm also not in my summer. There it is. Yo, it was fun though. Now, that's only because it was like at a work day for me. I would have done. I would have definitely done it sooner if I wasn't working. So it was basically my fault that it was that late. Oh man. And that's the reason why I woke up an hour ago, is because I was trying to stay up all night, trying to, you know, make sure I don't get a hangover because I'm streaming again. I'm just like, no. If I wake up with a strong ass hangover, I'm gonna have to reschedule this thing, so hell no. It's also 33 degrees right now, so it's like really hot. And I'm just dying right now. So we'll see how much this goes. I kind of forgot where we ended off yesterday or last week. But I do remember we got the special ones, the ones we missed the first time, so how's the sound? Let me just tweak the sound a little bit. There we go. All right. And we are just gonna continue with this. Keep going. Let's see if it actually gets scary too, because damn. One sec, I need to fix something. One, two, and then here we go. All right, let's go. I have to get back into that reading, narrating headspace again because I forgot how I used to read. All right. Tiny balcony jutting out from the side of the apartment is nothing like it was advertised in the real estate listing. When I first saw the misleading photos, I thought it'd be spacious and bright, an open air hideaway that I could use to get us some fresh air and improve my health. I wanted to set up a tiny garden and grow some plants. Nothing that would require a lot of work, but something that could occupy my spare time. In reality, the balcony is a depressing amalgamation of steel and concrete that saps away any desire to stand upon it. Oh, damn, hang on. It was an understatement to say I was disappointed when I ventured out upon it for the first time. You know, there are ways you can fix that. If it's just concrete and steel, you know. That's what I did to my balcony. There's like, you know those IKEA things with grass and stuff? Yeah, you can add like fake grass on it and you're like, oh hey, yeah, no, this isn't so bad. So hot though, like I think the plastic is melting. I suppose if nothing else, it's a good vantage point for looking out over the city, but the only positive thing I have to say about it. I stand here with my back against the railing, calmly sipping a lukewarm mug of green tea. I breathe a heavy sigh. Should be at the office. I should be tapping away at my keyboard, getting through the backlog of work that's accumulated this week. Instead, I'm here at home, tired and strained and wearing thin at the seams. Called in sick this morning. I don't know if my supervisor bought the lie, but he did tell me to stay home and feel better. That's what I've been trying to do. My own fault I feel this way. My own fault I stayed up until 4 a.m. again. I know that a lack of sleep exacerbates my condition. I know that skipping meals and refusing to take medication makes me feel this way. Also, she is under medication. I know that I do this to myself. I know. I know. This is me. This is what I do to myself as I try to take on each day. This is the way I stretch myself thin, for no reason other than because some days I don't want to be better. I just want to be. I want to stay up late and work on Corpse Girl's requests. My body's need for sleep doesn't come before my ambitions. I want to eat only when necessary because when I'm slim, I look beautiful. I want to be beautiful just like her. Hey yo, that's a mood. I want to skip my medication because taking the same pills every day is a hassle and expensive, and I question whether I really need them anymore. If I can just stay at home like this, I don't need the medication. I even came out to the balcony, and that counts as being outside. So why do I need to take the pills? It's true that when I skip a few days, I end up like this. I try to convince myself that I'm fine, I'm fixed. Like I was some broken thing that's been magically repaired. But I end up staying inside all day with the curtains shut and my eyes locked on a screen. I know that when I stay on top of my medication, I can go to work and the park and the library without a second thought. I can get on the train, not worry about strangers breathing on me or touching me. I can go to the convenience store and leisurely look around. I even went to that restaurant last week and read a book while eating dinner. No one even tried to cut me or abduct me. No one tried to strangle themselves in front of me and Yuriko. What? Can I really go out and do those normal things because of some tiny pills the doctor said I needed? Or can I do those things because I'm actually better now? Maybe I was never unwell in the first place. Not irrational, just cautious, careful, concerned. I realized that my mug is empty when I bring it to my lips and tasted nothing but the slightly waxy, unpleasant sensation of my smudged lipstick. Well, God! I lasted 15 minutes. I've been outside for long enough anyway. I'll go inside since it's getting late. Plus, I have a feeling that someone on the street has been watching me and is waiting to climb up on my balcony. What? Paranoid disorder? I enter my apartment and set the mug aside and retreat into my bedroom. My phone is where I left it, sitting face up and begging for my undivided attention. Snatch it up. Unlocking the screen, I'm greeted by the last webpage I open. My custom-made news alert for obituaries. It's you! I see you down there, man. From tomorrow morning, I will be anxiously awaiting news of my latest victim's fate. I timestamped the photo, tomorrow's date, June 5th, 9:01 a.m. The unlucky twin has... Unlucky twin has already received the photo. Sent it out earlier today. For sending a photo, I always hide the burner phone out in an unused shed behind my apartment building. Getting the phone to the shed this morning was rather difficult. I had to cover up my face and hands with some old clothes and waited until nobody was in sight before dashing as fast as I could. It took me a good 10 minutes to collect myself inside the shed before I could rush back to my apartment and lock the door behind me. I don't think anyone tried to follow me. However, I know I'm gonna need to retrieve the phone again tomorrow and dispose of it. I'll check for a reply. I'll check a reply from the victim, of course. Not that they ever reply. Then I'll destroy the SIM, discard the phone like I always do. Might be difficult to get out there on the shed again. On top of that, I really should go to the office. Oh, there's one more thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Kojiro wants to meet for coffee. Not so deluded to think I can pull all those escapades tomorrow in my current state. I resign myself to reaching for the bottle of my medication on my dresser. Maybe another week of taking these pills won't be so bad. I tend to increase my appetite, which is really annoying. It's a constant struggle to try and ignore the hunger that tears at my stomach. It doesn't help that they wreak havoc on my libido. Never know what to expect. Sometimes, I can look at those photos of Aoi on my phone and feel absolutely nothing. Other times, I can simply be scrolling through noise while standing on the train and feel an overwhelming urge to explode. I do my best to dismiss my doubts and fears as I swallow 2 of the tiny tablets. I follow up with a sip of water from the bottle next to my bed, and I fight the urge to retch. I'll take a shower to freshen up. After that, I should curl up in my bed and read. I need to conserve my strength for tomorrow, so an early night is in order. Maybe tomorrow's the day I'll finally be better. Isa, hello! What's up? Thanks for showing up. We continue. Nothing happened. We just found out that she is under medication.
Where were you yesterday?
And yeah, this person is cool now, apparently.
Did you miss me? Nah, just glad you haven't bit the dust yet. That's so sweet.
Yeah, enjoying more cadaver. Tomoe leans in close to me, almost uncomfortably so.
Listen, have you had any trouble with Corpse Girl? No, I think I'm in the clear. Well, I guess the time marked on the photo has long passed. Maybe you really are safe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Thanks, though. Huh? Thanks for what? For thinking of me. Ah, shut up.
Tomoe's face is glowing red with embarrassment. Despite our differences, our interactions regarding Corpse Girl has helped us bond a little. Yeah, she didn't try to kill us. She just, like, you know, laid the smackdown in front of a public road. We're good. I'm not counting on Tomoe and I having a lasting friendship. Even just quiet peace might be expecting too much. I think it's in Tomoe's nature to want to pick fights with people, regardless of whether she's close with them or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up quarreling again, no matter how much we learn to respect each other.
I'm at my desk if you need me, but don't bother me, you know?
She waves and leaves that cryptic statement in the air behind her. I return my attention to my computer and mark a few tasks on my list as completed. The next person to waddle up my desk and interfere with my work is Shinya.
You weren't in yesterday?
I thought he called. She called her. She called him. She called in sick.
Nope.
Are you well?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been meaning to speak to you about Sato.
Aoi?
Yes, the thing is, I'm kind of in deep water because of her not showing up to work. And then resigning immediately.
Oh, right, that's the thing that happened.
Shit. I was supposed to talk to you about that, actually. It kind of slipped my mind.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, Shinya. It's my fault, really. I hassled you to get Aoi a job.
No. I didn't exercise due diligence. I really should have made her come in for an interview. Or I should have spoken to her myself to see if her heart was really in it.
I mean, are you well now is a yes, but back then, were you well? No.
When you put it that way.
I'm not trying to be callous, but what he said makes sense.
Listen, you couldn't have known it, but Aoi struggles a bit day to day. I'll just say she has some anxiety issues and leave it at that.
Anxiety, huh?
Don't tell anyone I said that. I was under the impression she's been doing a lot better, but maybe I was wrong.
I guess we all have our hidden struggles, right?
Right.
Only he knew. Then again, maybe Shinya struggles too. Maybe dating Tomoe is his cry for help. He always looks like he's, I don't know, something off about him. Maybe he's gonna snap one day and come into the office with a knife. I mean, I was about to say it. Or maybe he'll discover Corpse Girl's website and request Kotomi Ida's death in retaliation for ending his career. Who knows? Can't read this guy as well as I initially thought. For the longest time I was under the impression that he had a crush on me, so what would I know?
Anyway, I hope Sato feels better soon. Maybe she'll find a job that suits her one day.
Maybe.
Say.
Yes?
Seeing as we're friends now and all, would you mind if I ask you a, personal question?
Maybe.
What it is.
It's related to,
Oh god.
intercourse?
You don't ask another woman that, you Google that shit. My face scrunches up at the word. I don't like the direction this conversation's heading in. Me neither, man. You Google that shit and leave me alone.
Shouldn't this be something you talk to your girlfriend about?
Yes, you're right. But I can't actually speak to her about it. You're really the only other friend I have, so...
Okay. Shinya's face takes on a dark expression that's more depressing than what he just said. I feel bad for the guy.
Well, what's the question?
If the question is how, then you're beyond my help.
Oh, if, hypothetically speaking, if someone pressures you into, you know...
Did we ever figure out the color-coded words? No, I still have no idea why.
Sex?
Yeah, like that. His face turns red, and it's in green, so I don't...
Yes, that. If someone pressures you into it and you really don't want to do it, what should you do?
Say no. Firmly and loudly. No one should make you do things you don't want to do.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Of course.
I feel that my answer didn't give Shinya the comfort he's obviously seeking.
Is Tomoe pressuring you into going all the way?
No, of course not. She would never... Never mind. It was foolish of me to bring up this topic.
It's that older woman, is it?
I'm really sorry, Noriko. Please, forgive my lack of professionalism.
I think we have a case on our hands. Shinya bows to me deeply, his face parallel to the floor. Quickly turns and scuttles away before I get the chance to say anything else. What was that all about? If it's not Tomoe, then it must be that other woman, the older one. Could Tomoe be pressuring him? I wouldn't put it past her, but something doesn't feel right. Seems really smitten with him. Would she really push him like that? Maybe it's guilt from not being able to prevent his career going down the toilet, but I feel like I should try and do something to help him. I watch Shinya get on the elevator, and once the double doors close, I get up from my desk and scoot over to Tomoe's workstation.
Hey, can I have a minute?
This is weird. Normally I come to bother Yo.
Yeah, sorry. Have you and Shinya ever gone all the way?
Huh? We've only been together for, what, a week? You think I'm some sort of slut? Hey, don't answer that!
Is that a trick question?
Look, not that it's your business, but... No, we haven't. Shinya's sweet. He's old-fashioned, you know. He wants to really get to know me before we go down that road. And I'm happy to wait. The last few guys I dated only ever wanted one thing from me. And that gets old real fast, you know?
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, he's the one whose career got screwed over because Aoi didn't show up.
Why are you asking me anyway? Did Shinya say something to you?
No, I was curious, that's all.
You think we're real friendly now, don't ya? Well, I don't mind some girl talk. Come talk to me anytime.
Thank you, I'll do that.
Tomoe waggles her fingers goodbye in a goodbye wave, and I return to my desk. I wonder what happens if you tell her to fuck off like that one time. I should look into that. Next playthrough. I take Tomoe at her word, which I find myself doing increasingly often, and she's not trying to get Shinya to do anything he's uncomfortable with. Yeah, he rejected, then she's like, screw you then, you're out. So that can only mean one thing. Someone else is pressuring Shinya. The guy admitted to me only today that his only friends are Tomoe and myself, so... Who was he talking about when he brought up the subject? I'm a little worried that I haven't received a news alert from an obituary today. The latest victim, that twin woman, had her photo timestamp set to 9:01 a.m. this morning. If my method worked like it has the last few times, then she should well and truly be dead by now. She should have slit her own throat, or someone mysterious should have come along and slit it for her. Not like I've managed to identify how Corpse Girl's power works. No closer to figuring out why her victims die. All I know is that they do die. And yet, I can't find any matching obituaries for the day. I've tried searching manually too. Can't always rely on my automatic filters to get it right. Scoured every source I can find and come up with nothing. Possible that she hasn't killed herself yet. Possible that she's planning to do it. Maybe someone else is still plotting to kill her on Corpse Girl's behalf. Also possible that this time my victim won't die. Depressingly, that puts me back at square one. My winning streak will be over before it really begins if the corpse photo has no effect. Make a mental note to discard the burner phone when I get home. I somehow forgot to get rid of it on my way to work, being so absorbed in my strict morning routine. It's not too late. Barely 24 hours have passed since I sent out the photo. I'm not straying too far from my modus operandi.
Yo, you came. Mad.
Hang on, let me just change. Let me just do this so we kind of... There we go. There we go. Much better. Dark gray shirt, orange tie, let's go. A familiar halting voice snaps me out of my thoughts. Kojiro stands before me, wearing slightly cleaner clothes than the last time before we met. Very possible that he interpreted this meetup as a date and decided to wear his absolute best outfit. The smell of the morgue is only faintly upon him thanks to the desperate cover-up scent of strong cologne.
Hi.
Can I sit?
Please.
Kojiro pulls up a chair and sits across from me. He's relaxed and awkward all at once. Tall, lanky form doesn't really seem to fit with the tiny, cozy cafe he selected as our meeting point.
Waiting long?
Hell yeah.
Not really.
Great. Ordered yet?
No. What do you recommend?
House blend. Fantastic. They roast it here. Also, the chocolate gâteau is amazing. I'll order 2 slices.
Look, it's the handsome one. Kojiro's here too.
Thank you, but I'm not hungry. Coffee is fine.
Roger that.
Waitress eventually comes around and Kojiro places our order in fluent French. Damn. I think the waitress is taken aback as she bows politely and humbly asks him to repeat himself in Japanese. Once our order is settled, Kojiro leans forward and looks into my eyes.
You wear glasses?
I subconsciously reach a hand to my face and check if I'm indeed wearing glasses. Of course I'm not.
No? Why would you say that?
Kojiro leans back casually and shrugs.
Couldn't remember. Maybe you had them on last time.
Last time? Is he referring to when we met at the library?
I've never worn glasses. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just make a conversation. This place is great, right?
True that the cafe possesses a quiet, comfortable atmosphere. The smell of freshly roasted coffee lingers in the air, and the display of various cakes at the front counter doesn't make me ill. I can make out the faint sound of acoustic music in the background, with vocals in what I presume to be French. All in all, it's a nice place. Kojiro chose well.
Oh, is this place expensive? I just don't have much money, that's all.
Oh man, that reminds me of that time.
Don't worry.
Man,
It's on me.
I was in when I
How's work?
God.
The bank, right?
When I was in Japan, my first time going in Japan, meeting up with a bunch of friends, right? I met up with someone in what I thought was like a really nice cafe. And I was like, "Oh, it's a coffee place. Yeah, let's talk. Let's have some coffee." Thinking it was like some sort of, you know, I don't want to hang out in a Starbucks or anything, but it was a really nice cafe. I thought it was really cheap and like, but it was pretty swanky. It was really nice. And then we sat down. The server handed us. There was a long wait too. The server handed us a menu. We had a look. A fucking espresso was how much was it? $18. Fisher, yo, what's up? Thank you for coming. I'm playing Corpse Factory right now. Hope you're doing well. Sit back and enjoy the ride. We looked at each other and then we were just like, oh shit, what did we get ourselves into? And we couldn't just leave because we were already sat down and the waiter was like, I'll be with you in just a couple minutes. And so we ended up drinking $18 espresso. Little tiny ass cup for $18, and I'm just like, that's the only thing we ordered, finished it, and got the hell out of there. Cock my head to the side. Did I ever tell him what I do for work? I don't recall saying anything on the subject.
I work at the head office for Temujin, not in an actual bank.
That's so. Huh. Read your profile wrong.
Profile? Oh, the social media. Of course he would have read my noise profile before meeting up with me. That's pretty normal. I don't keep much personal information on there, but it's true that my workplace is listed. No, it wasn't a maid cafe. It was just like, it was a legit like coffee shop, kind of like the, not necessarily a hipster coffee shop, but a very kind of classy. It's kind of like, it looked like this really, like where it's like dark wooden stuff, has all sorts of coffee tools and things like that, and it was just like the guy at the counter is like a really old Japanese guy wearing a suit and like very classy, and then he was just like the way he would grind, pour, and all that stuff was like really, really top tier refined shit, and I was just like, damn. I mean, yes, I get why it's $18 an espresso, but it's still $18 an espresso. That was just, we were just like, ah, damn it. I even forgot the name of that place. Damn, it was in somewhere in Shinjuku. Oh, that was fantastic. Conversation is put on hold as the waitress returns with 2 cups of coffee and a single slice of chocolate gâteau. Total price, $60. The cake is delicate and moist, and my stomach growls in betrayal of my convictions. Kojiro thanks the waitress in French, and she once again bows in embarrassment and takes her leave.
Bye.
Scoops up a section of the cake with his fork and holds it out to me. I wave a hand politely and shake my head.
Oh well.
Takes a bite and looks immensely satisfied with his choice of dessert.
Could eat if you wanted. Your skin and bones.
Excuse me?
Just saying, could stand to gain some weight.
The nerve of him. Who would say that to a young woman? That actually... Yeah. I mean, I've said that before.
I'll have you know that I eat perfectly well. Think...
Whoa. Sorry. Wasn't trying to be mean. You're gorgeous. Just saying, some cake wouldn't hurt.
Nick, what's up? Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. We're continuing on with this, kind of sort of creepy, weird horror game. How are you doing? Gorgeous? I feel a little flushed and look down my phone to avoid Kojiro's warm gaze.
Try the coffee, please.
This guy's smooth. Reach for the cup in front of me, more due to the pleasant aroma than Kojiro's suggestion. I take a sip. It's been served at the perfect drinking temperature and it's absolutely delightful, rich, delicate. I could drink this all day. Probably been wasting my time drinking canned coffee. This is the real deal.
Thoughts?
First time since Kojiro arrived, I smile.
It's wonderful.
Right? I like your smile.
Smooth! Very smooth! This guy's really laying it on thick. I didn't come here to be swooned. Still. Grace is kinda nice, even if he's just trying to play me with the oldest lines in the book. I figure I should switch the subject to encourage him to stop flirting.
So, how long have you worked in the morgue?
Wow. Good question. Okay, let's see. 34 now. Started there at 22.
Math. 12 years.
Damn. 12 years. Never thought about it. Shit, I'm old.
No, right? Oh, me too, man.
No, not at all. You're older than I expected, but really, it's no big deal.
How old are you? Can I ask that?
I don't mind. I'm 20.
Phew.
Phew.
Right.
How many years is that a difference? 34, that's 14 years.
Is that an issue?
No, of course not. You're mature for your age, or I'm out of touch.
You're out of touch.
Can't help but giggle.
Wow. Okay.
Laughs it off, but I wonder if I did hit a nerve.
Would you date an older guy?
And there it is. Straight to the point. How do I answer a question like that?
Good question. I've got no issue with age, but I don't really know if you're my type. And if I can be honest, there is someone I have feelings for already.
That's so. Unrequited love, huh?
Something like that.
Props can't compete with that. Well, that's okay. I mean, you're stunning. Out of my league. Thrilled to be friends if nothing else.
Friend sounds nice.
Mad.
Raises his coffee cup in a toast, then takes a sip. Maybe I had him wrong. Might be a little bit more mature than I gave him credit for. Take rejection without pressing the point. That speaks a lot about his character.
So, Corpse Girl.
Uh,
Interesting, right? How does she do it?
Takes a sip and then so corpse girl up.
The photos, the killings, all without knowing the Vic's name.
Yeah.
Wonder what her death count is.
3, 4? 3, 4 from Lucky. Try not to say this aloud.
Eiichi Hanada. Car crash. Was it planned? Got the brake line. Drugged.
I have no idea. Sorry.
But you requested his death.
Yes.
He did lead him to believe that. I'll have to continue to go along with it.
And for no personal reason?
That's right.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Don't request my death, okay?
We'll see.
Face lights up, almost as if he's impressed with the ambiguous answer. Excited even.
Maybe I should try the site. Request a death. Know anyone who deserves it?
Sorry, not off the top of my head.
Neither.
What about that older woman who's trying to screw over Shinya?
Maybe you should request me. I'm dying to know how it goes down.
Dying. Get it.
You know, maybe you shouldn't mess with this stuff. What if you really ended up dead?
I can protect myself. I mainly want a corpse photo. How does she do it? Oh, by the way, you read that book I gave you?
You mean Strange Flower?
Bingo.
I'm halfway through it.
Wow, fair effort. It's long. Thoughts?
It's interesting, I won't lie.
No, Belle Sinclair is a sicko, right?
Right. He's not all there.
Halfway through, huh? So? Has he dined with the dead?
Yeah. Who was it? His school teacher, I think. He dug up her body 2 days after she died, and then dressed her in his mother's Sunday best.
Yeah. Took the corpse out for Italian? I can imagine the waiter's reaction. Ah, classic.
Kojiro seems to really enjoy reminiscing about the book. The story is definitely interesting, but the way he's laughing at it makes me a little worried. Then again, this guy works in a morgue, so maybe the whole scenario is just comical to him.
Oh, that's it there.
It takes me a second to realize what he's pointing at. Sure enough, the book in question is sticking out the top of my bag.
Pass it here. I want to show you a funny passage.
I nod and reach for the book. I pull the massive tome from my handbag with a fair amount of effort. The book comes free, but it snags on the bag zipper and causes some of the contents to fly out.
Whoa.
A few personal belongings fall to the floor with a clatter. I notice my lipstick, lip gloss, notepad, and pen hit the cafe's tiled floor. Kojiro comes around to my side of the table and helps me pick up my things. He pauses when his hands grapple with another book that's fallen underneath Strange Flower.
Pose photography? What's this?
I quickly reach for the book and try to snatch it from his grasp.
It's nothing.
Kojiro's quick, and he instinctively avoids my desperate grab. He holds the book aloft and continues reading the cover.
Huh. English? A comprehensive history of photo manipulation.
He returns to his seat and flips through the pages as I finish packing my belongings away. I bow my head silently, waiting for his judgment.
Yo, you can read this?
Only a little.
Oh, this is tough. My English isn't good. Thought it was French at first. Huh. These images.
Kojiro suddenly snaps the book closed and looks at me.
I figured it out.
What? I brace myself for his inevitable accusation.
Corpse Girl fakes the photos. The photos aren't from the future. Like that was ever possible. Photo is fake. Timestamp is fake.
He's correct, but will he go back to assuming that I'm Corpse Girl?
Hey, why do you have this book?
Uh-oh. He's sharp, damn.
Are you editing photos?
I mean, I have an interest in it, but that's all.
This book is old. Doubt the techniques are useful anymore. Still, it's interesting. My theory. Thoughts?
About Corpse Girl faking the photos?
Bingo.
I don't know. Sure, it's possible. But can anyone fake a photo so realistically?
Realistically? Do you know her photos are realistic?
And thinking quickly, I snap back with an answer.
You sent me that copy of Eiichi Hanada's corpse photo. The one Corpse Girl apparently produced.
True.
It was good, right? Pretty convincing.
Very convincing. Is photo manipulation that good?
Hell yeah, Photoshop, yo.
I suppose if someone skilled enough was doing it.
If it's not photo manipulation, then one more theory.
What is it?
Maybe the subject in the photo is a corpse.
I'm confused. Of course it's a corpse. What's your point?
Sorry, hear me out. It's a photo of a real corpse. Just not the victim's corpse. Corpse Girl acquires a real corpse, dresses it up, just like in Strange Flower. She makes it look like the Vic. It's convincing because it's real. No photo manipulation.
Huh, I see.
Immediately, my mind starts to kick into high gear. Kojiro has unknowingly presented me with an unprecedented idea. What if Corpse Girl does get real corpses? What if she dresses him up, wounds him, makes him look like a carbon copy of the victim? Then she holds a photography session to capture the magic. The realism will be amazing. Be even way more convincing than manipulating a photo, even though I've become pretty good at that. It'll be the next step up in realism. It's sure to convince victims to kill themselves. If Corpse Girl's victims can be relied upon to kill themselves, then I don't have to continually question the cause of death. I wouldn't need to worry about whether some mysterious third party is wandering around slaying people on Corpse Girl's behalf. All the deaths would be caused by suicide. Be predictable. Conquering victims would simply be a matter of forging a convincing enough corpse replica. I don't think that's how it works. The legwork involved in acquiring corpses would be... That's it. Oh, she's gonna ask him for access to the bodies. The answer is sitting right in front of me with a smudge of chocolate cake on his chin and an empty coffee cup resting in his hands.
Say, hypothetically, would it be easy for Corpse Girl to even have access to dead bodies? Legal ramifications aside, could she possibly have a source of cadavers to desecrate at will?
Yeah, it's not impossible. Take someone like me. I have the morgue. I'm there alone, mostly. Someone like Corpse Girl makes me an offer, I'd give away spare corpses, no problem. Of
Hey,
course, I
yo.
could get busted. It's not about losing my job. I'm not going to prison. The price would have to be right. But that's just me. Employees in other morgues, well, can't speak for them.
Interesting. So you would willingly work with Corpse Girl if the price was right?
Yeah, I've said it before. Big fan. I support her work. It's fascinating. If she really is using cadavers to make photos, then, well, I'm offended she didn't come to me for help.
This is amazing. I never imagined this meeting could be so lucrative. I want to get my hands on all the corpses I'll ever need. I can just ask him here and now. I find myself breathing heavily, and I notice my cheeks are warm and my head feels slightly airy. It all comes down to whether or not I really want to step up my game. The way things are, well, the twin woman, my latest victim, doesn't seem to have given up the ghost. Maybe I'm being impatient. Maybe my work just isn't as convincing and powerful as I want it to be. Then, there are cases of the previous victims. Akane Tsurumaki killed herself. No doubt about it. These two sound like a match made in the underworld. Yeah. But Eiichi Hanada? Highly possible his car wreck truly was accidental. I may not have a hand in that after all. Ruri Hatano, my first ever conquest. The cause of her death still eludes me. There's no way she could have killed herself in the position her body was discovered in. She's the whole reason I started suspecting someone else's involvement in the first place, after all. There's one definite suicide, one potential murder, and one death that was an accident. A traffic collision that happened to coincide with the date I wanted the victim to die. Statistically, there's no way to know how Corpse Girl's power actually works. It feels like the deaths are caused at random, and when you pile on the countless failures I've encountered over the past year, well, my success ratio isn't very impressive. I could truly compel victims to simply kill themselves and take the guesswork out of the whole thing, that's for sure. With Kojiro's help, I could acquire cadavers and make them look like my victims. The work would be completely different to photo manipulation. There will be gore involved, no doubt about it, and it'll take a steady hand, makeup artistry, and access to clothing, props. Then there's lighting to consider, backdrops. One thing to take an image from the database of the deceased and have corpse splattered on the pavement ready to go. An entirely different thing to have it drag a body out of the morgue and plant it into position, and then take photos of it. There will be a lot to consider here. It's not a decision I can make lightly. And on top of that, I doubt I have the courage right now to ask Kojiro straight up for his help. But if I do go for it, I'm absolutely positive it'll lend a massive amount of credibility to Corpse Girl's mission. Extraordinary realism will pave the road ahead of me with blood.
Yo, finished your coffee?
It's like Death Note without the Death Note. Imagine like Death Note without all the supernatural stuff and just some like kind of, you know, someone who's not like, who has like that kind of way of thinking and that kind of like, you know, personality type stuff. Like Light was able to do his stuff because of a magic notebook. Take that out of the equation and you get this. Like kind of like some kind of delusion that, oh, my powers are real, but statistically speaking, it's just a coincidence.
Oh.
I quickly take a sip and drain the cup.
That was delicious. Thank you for treating me.
Very welcome. Shall we head off?
Yes, let's.
Any plans for the night?
Yes, sorry I can't hang out longer.
No problem. I had fun.
Kojiro stands up and conjures his wallet. He leaves a few bills on the table and then steps towards me. I stand up too. Playing my best hand, I quickly lean forward and plant a soft kiss on his cheek. The maneuver is surprisingly difficult thanks to his height, and I don't think I pull it off as gracefully as I had planned.
Oh,
Thank you for the date. Will I see you again?
I gave him my best alluring look as I bat my eyes gently.
Yeah, of course.
Slowly rubs his cheek with tender fingers, amazed that I just kissed him.
Bye-bye now.
I spin and make a beeline for the exit. He just straight up sprints out the door. I hope my trembling legs don't betray me as I step out onto the pavement outside. It's not in my nature to try and seduce somebody for my benefit. So much so that the attempt at it has left me feeling rather queasy. I don't know if I pulled it off, but now that I've left the cafe, I can't look back to see what effect I had on Kojiro, if any. I cross the road and a shiver runs down my spine. Hope I'm prepared for what I'm getting myself into. Oh, it's the mall. The weekend is here, and despite my desire to stay inside my apartment with the doors locked and the windows closed, I find myself at the mall shopping for a new phone charger. The current charger gave up on me at midnight, and now my phone is running dangerously close on life power. I tried plugging into different outlets. I tried plugging into my laptop, but nothing I did gave my device even the slightest amount of charge. Thought for sure I had a spare charger laying around, even if I turned my apartment inside and out, but I turned my apartment inside and out trying to find it. Couldn't even find the right type in my drawer of burner phones. So either the charger has died, which is the best case scenario, or my phone has become faulty. I hope the latter's not the case, because I can't really afford to purchase a new one. Getting it repaired is out of the question. I refuse to hand it over to somebody for a day or two and go without it. So I'm hedging my bets on the issue being with the charger. If I can buy a new one, all my problems should be solved. This is what I tell myself as I scurry through the crowded mall, dodging left and right to avoid careless people trying to bump into me. I know there's an electronics store around here somewhere. Even a discount store would probably have a budget charger that will still fit my device. I just want to find what I'm looking for and get out of this place. As I blindly navigate the area, I think back to last night when I first noticed my phone was no longer charging. I'd been browsing through the obituary news feed, searching desperately for any sign of my latest victim's demise. And no clues came up. There were countless new obituaries, of course. This is a big country, and people die every day, but very few match the description of my victim. The obituaries that did match had photos included, but none of them looked remotely like the twin woman. It was dead end after dead end. Hey, dead end. Might have just to accept the fact that this latest request will go unfulfilled. But accepting it makes me angry. Very, very angry. I find myself stomping through the mall more often than simply walking. Few people glance at me, but I don't pay heed. I wanted that woman to die. I wanted her twin sister to rejoice or despair at the fate that befell her own flesh and blood. I wanted her to feel the fear of seeing her own corpse in a photo. I wanted her to feel the cold and clammy hands of death tugging at her skirt, whispering to her, inviting her to spiral down and down and down and down and down. Spiral down and just die. To give up, to die, to spiral down, to die. Spiral out of control. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. Spiral down. Yo, chill.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
My head is foggy. My senses blurred, my face hot, my hands cold. I repeat the mantra through gritted teeth.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
Oh, I fall to my knees and scream at the top of my lungs inside a crowded mall. Oh, she's screwed.
What the hell?
Damn, she's having a full meltdown.
Can we get a security guard down here, please? Die!
Is she going to kill somebody?
I'm scared. I'll kill her. I'll find her.
I taste blood in my mouth. My tongue is numb, my teeth chatter. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll find that twin bitch. Strong language? In my game about murder and suicide? I'll kill her. I'll kill her myself. I'll kill her myself. Kill her myself.
I'll kill her. I'll kill her.
All right, that's enough.
Strong hand pulls at my shoulder and my face hits the ground, hard. My arms are restrained behind my back and all I can see in my blurry vision is the checkered, tiled floor of the mall.
You're coming with me.
My limp form is tugged backward, my head lolls to the side. I shut my eyes and let the blackness envelop me. A stinging cold ice pack bites against my cheek and rudely awakens me from my stupor. Is that the mall security room? I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here. But the sudden chill spreading across my face is nice. Almost soothing. I realize that somebody, a tall man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek and he motions for me to take hold of it myself. I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it against my skin. The man walks around the chair I'm seated in and stands behind a simple wooden desk to face me.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
Who the hell are you? Oh, it's the is that the neighbor?
Huh?
Opening my mouth in an attempt to talk causes a dull ache in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly. The only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
This guy, I know him, but from where? No. Of course. It took me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. This is Kenji Ogawa. Very same guy who lives in my apartment building. The nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of sweet little Momo.
Mr. Ogawa?
Damn, he just straight up bashed her face down on the tiles.
Ah, so you are completely out of it.
Where am I?
This is the mall security office. You caused quite a scene, Nariko.
A scene?
You don't remember. Well, give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
Try to think hard about the circumstances that led me here. I remember something about visiting the mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger or fear or something. Some familiar primal emotion got the better of me.
Listen, Nariko. I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know. Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
Things I was screaming? An image of a smiling woman flashes in my mind. A twin woman with beautiful features and lovely hair. Victim, the one who didn't die. That's right. I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with the frustration that she didn't die. Must have broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. This is all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I'm usually fine about going to the office. It's familiar. Convenience store is fine too, in fact. My whole life is meticulously planned. My whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. The shopping mall? What was I thinking? Ew, outside she's... Yeah, I know. True. Me too, yo, ew. I've been keeping up with my medication. Even if I was on top of it, going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk. I need to start regulating my intake. Taking a pill or two every other day or when I feel like it isn't gonna help me. Skipping days at a time, just popping a few in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take what. Damn it, Noriko. I'm supposed to be calm at all times. Stoic, unflinching Noriko. Fuck am I doing? Yeah, I mean, the mall can get pretty hit or miss.
Nariko, you still look a bit flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No.
Okay. Well, do you want to explain what happened?
No.
Huh. I never took you for a troublemaker. Please, Nariko. I'm begging you. Don't make me call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody. You were manic. You can't just act like that in public. You scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall. You scared me.
Knock at the door causes Kenji to flinch.
Ogawa, may I enter?
Ah, yes. Please come in, Mr. Fujikawa.
The metal door separating the security room from the real world opens with a screech. A broad, intimidating man enters a small room and displaces all the air inside. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
This, sir?
Yes, sir. She's calm now.
Indeed.
The man, who seems to be some sort of detective, looks me up and down with a sour expression.
Miss, your name?
I don't answer him.
I see.
Sir, if I may, this is Nariko Kurosawa. She's an acquaintance.
Is that so? An acquaintance? Well, that speaks volumes about your personal life, Ogawa.
What do you know? Screw you, man.
Sir.
Leave us be. I wish to talk to her.
Yes, Mr. Fujikawa.
Kenji bows, his grim smile cracking under fear as he exits the room. The detective, or whatever he is, towers over me, pulls out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it at me.
My name is Fujikawa. I'm a detective, an investigator, for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Huh? Excuse me, but Kenji said he didn't call the police.
Kenji? Ah, Ogawa. Well, never mind what he said. I was here already in regards to another case. I happened to witness your little outburst. Ogawa was kind enough to allow me a moment to interview you personally.
Right. So, what do you want to talk about?
Listen, if I were in your shoes, I'd drop the sardonic act. I have reasonable grounds to arrest you here and now.
His voice drips with pure venom. Guy isn't joking around. Squirm a little in my seat and remove the old cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa, would you please explain to me who you are threatening to kill?
A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't fly straight and narrow here, I might be in a world of trouble.
I apologize for my actions. I wasn't feeling like myself earlier. I regrettably skipped my medication recently.
The medication excuse. I'll play along. Were you hallucinating then?
No, sir. Not exactly.
Need to come up with something, and quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
See, I recently had an altercation with a coworker about a guy we both like.
The detective rolls his eyes at me.
Go on.
I guess I was a little upset about our fight, and really, we're actually quite good friends, so... I think a combination of that and missing my medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't really mean.
Mm-hmm. And how do I know you're not dangerous? Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons? No, of course not.
I see. Well, you're going to have to permit me to search your belongings. You understand that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a threat, right?
The detective lurches forward and roughly grabs my handbag.
Hey!
Tears it open and rummages around inside. I'm somewhat relieved that I'm traveling lightly today. I even left the 2 books I'm reading at home. He finds nothing of interest in the bag, save for one thing, my phone. He taps the screen, toggles the power button, and smacks the phone again against his open palm.
Is this broken?
I realize that the last drop of battery power must have finally drained. I'm probably lucky for that fact. If he found certain things on my phone, I might be in trouble. Not like heap corpse photos on there. What my collection of burner phones is for. But there are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hands. My noise chat log with Kojiro for starters. Then there are those images of Aoi and Tomoe, that famous singer that had her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net? What? Wait, why are pictures of Aoi and Tomoe are bad? Oh, okay. Aoi knows I have her photos. She's okay with it, but Tomoe doesn't know about hers. That would be hard to explain. The singer, on the other hand, was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. F this guy, can't do that here. Yeah, reasonable cause, but then again, reasonable cause is a thing, right? Reasonable cause for search? I mean, no, I would say that counts as reasonable cause, right? Or maybe that's just the Canadian thing. Still, I'd rather keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this asshole looking into my affairs. Really? So let's say you get pulled over at a traffic stop. You roll down your window. Cop with Mr. Officer with a flashlight looks around while talking to you and then smells a little bit of weed on you. He can't suddenly ask you to be like, pop open the trunk or something. I mean, not back then, sure, maybe, because weed wasn't legal, but like, now weed's legal, you can do that, but back then, like...
The battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
He grunts and throws the phone to me. I barely manage to catch it with my brittle, skeletal, clumsy fingers.
Wait here. I need to make a call.
Leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scraping shriek of a steel deadbolt locking the formidable door behind him. I breathe out and try to calm my nerves. I look down at the phone in my hand, see my mirror image counterpart peering at me in the black reflection. I don't look good as I normally do. My makeup is smudged, which is strangely becoming more and more common for me. Really? Yeah, because here, like, let's say you've been driving around, you get pulled over, and let's just say hypothetically, you get pulled over, and because you were dumb, you have a bong in the passenger seat. You didn't smoke it or anything, but like, there's a bong in your passenger seat or somewhere in the car that the police sees. Like, that's reasonable grounds for search, is it not? Because that's why, at least here too, like, we're not allowed to have alcohol in the cab of the vehicle, like, you know, front seat, back seat, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Like, if you're going for an alcohol run and you're the only one in there, you put that shit in the trunk. Because if you get pulled over and there's booze over there, even more so if it's open booze, like, you know, you gotta keep that thing keep it in the trunk, because that's police officer sees open whiskey bottle in the passenger seat already. That's already a no bueno. Even if you didn't drink, like, they do a sobriety test on you, you're sober, all that sort of stuff. No, that's a no. That's still a thing. Open container is different. A lot of sites rule that just the smell for pot is not enough for warrantless searches. So that's the main thing then. It's like warrants and stuff. You have to have a warrant for those things, I guess. Kind of different here, which is neat, because neat, quote unquote neat, but. I think I've gained some weight. My gaunt face seems fuller somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. Girl staring back at me. She's not wholly familiar. Is this Noriko Kurosawa? Is this Corpse Girl? Look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself, and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained weight. I've been eating less. Maybe the canned coffee I consume religiously contains more calories than I realize. I'll need to cut down immediately. Reasonable suspicion is in laws in Japan, but in the US they might try. I mean, Japan's laws, with how Japan is, like, you can legit get dragged into the police station even if you didn't do anything wrong, or like, you know, like, even if they, like, as long as they have a reason to hold you in there or a suspicion to hold you in there, they can hold you in there for at least a month. Like, I've heard stories of like people getting in trouble in like they're visiting, right? They're travelers to Japan. They got in trouble in like this scam cafe or like this scam pub where they like charge you out the ass for like drinks and stuff like that. They get the police involved. The owner of the bar says like, this guy skipped out on his bill and stuff like that, yada yada yada. And then like if it ever gets to that point of like they need to bring you into the police station, they can hold you in there for like a month or something. It's nuts. And they will hold you. It's not like, oh, they can hold you up to 30 days. That means I can get out earlier, right? And no, they're gonna hold you in there until the very last day, just trying to find something on you to keep you in there longer, kind of thing. It's really nuts. Sour taste rolls around on my tongue and I swallowed it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. The old door swings open and Fujikawa stomps in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa.
Damn right.
That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass for me.
Yeah, keep them in there long, because that's the thing they want to keep, right? They have their very high conviction rate or something like that. Mainly because like it's either let them go and admit we made a mistake, or there's a big discussion debate about it. It's pretty. I'm not gonna get in there. It's messy. I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in my chair.
You're free to go. However, I'll remember you. Another incident like this, and I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink.
I can do nothing but nod as a wave of relief washes over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, for the love of God, go eat something. You look like a starving child.
Fujikawa spins on his heel with force and once again leaves me sitting alone. I take a minute to collect my thoughts before picking up my belongings and shoving them into my handbag. Wasn't Ace Attorney written as a way to criticize Japanese legal system? Kinda, sorta, yeah. I mean, like, realistically speaking, you're not gonna have your lawyer going into crime scenes and just, doing stuff. Collecting evidence. That's the police's job. Like, you're a lawyer, not a criminal forensic investigator. Can't afford food in this economy. This is one of those topics that could take a while to Zatsudan. Not only that, if I'm gonna have a Zatsudan about this, if I'm gonna have like a free chat thing about this, I want experts to talk to. Like, I don't want to just have like me spewing random BS I googled and like, surface level stuff I just scratched and be like, yeah, this is how it is. Like, I would want to invite people who know what they're talking about. I know a little bit of like the Canadian like the Canadian law side of things because of my old work. Like I have public safety and law enforcement type things in the past, but like I don't know how it is in other countries. So if I were to have like a Zatsudan or like a topic for a stream like that, I would really want like, a VTuber who has considerable law background in Japan, or who has considerable like law enforcement and like all of those sorts of stuff in the US, and that would be fun. You aren't secretly an international lawyer, man. I wish. Can you imagine? No, all I was a public safety guy. I dealt with I dealt with emergency services. I dealt with border protection. I dealt with all sorts of fun stuff, keeping people safe. As I leave the security office, I spot Kenji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift his head as I walk away. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her. Weak of flesh, weak of will, weak. Noriko can't control her emotions. Noriko can't face the world outside without the help of her peppy pink pills. That'll be very kind of cool hearing from various VTubers with professional backgrounds. There was like a thing in there was someone in on the Japanese side who did those kind of stuff back then. I don't keep in contact with them anymore, but there used to be like there is a VTuber who's also like a senator. Like, he's a legit senator, like in Japan, and he's also a VTuber, and he's not shy about going, "This is me. I am this senator," or not. Maybe not senator is Let me see. What's the Japanese word for that? counselor? No, senator? No, not a senator. Congressman. He's the congressman. Like, there's a congressman somewhere in Japan who is also a VTuber, and he's not shy about being, yeah, this is me. I am a congressman for this, and this area. This is my focus, blah, 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 blah. And then he's also a VTuber on the side. And then there was like an interview type thing where, what does a congressman do? Or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I kind of want to do something like that, but I don't know. Like, I have a feeling not a lot of people would be comfy talking about their actual work like that. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, people are worried about accidentally doxing themselves. I've done it so many times, it's not even funny. Like on the one hand, I don't mind talking about, like, you know, my past work, my, like, the area approximate where I have my, you know, where I live. Like, it's still very vague. I can talk about it because it's still very vague, right? But I don't think a lot of people would be comfortable talking about their own kind of personal life outside of streaming. So I don't know how much it would be. And also, like, I don't think if you're I mean, I've seen lawyers. Yes, like I've seen a US lawyer VTuber. I've seen psychologists, right? Like counselors and stuff like that as a VTuber, and kind of like how in the same vein that I pretty much my brand from the very beginning is English teacher, because that's who I am. Mr. E, Anya sent me. Hello, Anya, damn it. Hello, thank you for coming. My name is Kogane Ritsu. Like, if you were there yesterday for the Pommel party, I hope you had fun. That was great. My name is Kogane Ritsu. I hope you enjoy. We're playing Corpse Factory. Hey, Anya, what's up? Thank you for showing up. How's it going? Did you wake up with a pretty nasty hangover? I woke up an hour before stream started. And then we're just like, oh great. I'm just happy I didn't get a hangover. Good, just finished Apex. Nice. You did not wake up with a hangover. That's fantastic. I stayed up until a little bit later to just, you know, get a little bit sober, get myself hydrated to make sure I don't wake up hungover. Because if I wake up still reeling from last night, I probably would have rescheduled the stream, like, no doubt. Ooh, finished with the champion. Nice. Nice. Congrats on the champion, yo. I haven't played Apex in a while. Oh my goodness. Hang on, give me 1 sec. Since Anya is here, let me just grab Anya's link. Anya, where are you? There you are. There you are, Anya. Just grab. Oh no, I'm on streamer mode. There we go. All right, check her out here. We played Pommel Party yesterday. It was great. And check her out there. Let's get her to 500. She has 89 left. 89 subs left before 500. Let's go. Let's get her. Let's get her to 500. Yeah, we should play again sometime. Let's schedule something. Maybe not an Apex drinking stream, but you know, I am definitely up for that. Just let me know, yo. Oh yeah, for 9. Even better, 9 subs to 420. Let's get her there first. Let's get her to the funny weed number first. 920, 420, let's go. 9 subs left. If we get her there, we win. Alright. This is a win if we get her there. Yeah. Get ready. You're gonna go to the funny weed number. I just noticed this thing is changing. What the hell? When did that happen? The screen is changing. I didn't even notice the CG was changing. Oh my god. What do my looks matter in the grand scheme of things? What does my ego matter? I want to be beautiful, thin, gorgeous. She's having a mental breakdown. Kojiro called me gorgeous. It made me feel good. That doesn't matter. None of it matters. Corpse Girl matters. She will succeed and the world will continue to spin. Need to gain weight. Or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi with her small frame, cute features, and that bust that's hard to look away from. I need to look like Tomoe with her fuller figure, her obscene fashion sense, and those oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko with her bad haircut, terrible piercings, and trashy clothes. I need to look like Mother, who's just like me and Yuriko combined. But with vacant eyes that used to be sparkling and clear, but now glaze over when you try to talk to her. You can always be thinner, look better. I mean, yeah, that's true. I need that. I've been the last 2 years of the pandemic haven't been happy. I haven't been not happy. I haven't been good to my. I'm not a dad yet, but I have a dad bod. I need to look like Noriko with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. I don't need to look like this skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger and longing and lust and fear and stress and anxiety and uncertainty and ambition and exhaustion. I curse at the mirror and spit at my own reflection.
Fuck you!
I clench my fists until my nails dig and tear and pierce my flesh, letting blood trickle down my knuckles and drip down onto the carpet.
I don't want to be you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you!
But I am you. I am Corpse Girl. It's what I always wanted. That sense of belonging I always sought. It's that feeling of home that I reclaimed after home was lost. After Mother moved and Yuriko got put on ice. She died. And after I found this apartment, that felt so strange at first. This is who I am.
I love your hair. Your eyes. I love you. Don't ever leave me.
My god, this is creepy.
Don't leave.
Oh, Victory さんおはようございます。Good morning. 来てくれてありがとう。今ね、なんか英語のノベル系ゲームやってます。コープスファクトリーっていうゲーム。なんか少しサイコパス的なキャラクター。なかなか気持ち悪い。よかったらね、ゆっくりしていってね。あと、日本語の設定はまだないと思うんだけど、よかったらね、この英語の聞き取り練習として、BGM としてね、よかったら、ゆっくりしていってください。Noriko is getting weird. I raised 2 fingers to my mouth and kissed them gently, then pressed them against the mirror. Uh-oh.
I love you. Don't ever change.
That's creepy. What the hell? My absolute delight. I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. I was worried that my temporary incarceration at the mall would continue to stress me out today. Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning up my room. I had to use some elbow grease to get a few specks of blood out the carpet and clean a bit of lipstick off my mirror. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip the pills I don't like this time. It'll be some time before I feel stable. Maybe even a few weeks, but the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today's a day to stay inside and work on me. I can't have another incident like yesterday. Can't break down in public and put myself at risk. Can't break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong. For a corpse girl. For me. With my room now clean, I decide to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments. Noriko's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1. I'm not gonna lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. Yeah, that's a very good number 1. Top of the list, yes. Just because that twin woman didn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. I've had 3 successes before, and I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, refine my methods, and keep moving forward. And I'm not at a dead end yet. I have a trick up my sleeve, after all. Kojiro's connection to the morgue may very well be the ace I need to win. Commitment number 2. I'm going to improve on myself. That should be on top. That's top of the list for sure. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken. Not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. Means keeping in touch with a few friends I have. Aoi, Shinya, even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more, because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy, more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3. The last one. I'm gonna get over Aoi. Love her. I've loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me. My insecurities and anxieties never pushed her away. She knew what I was going through, what I still go through. And she could relate to me. She has her own compulsions and anxiety to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. But I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship, and she explained all the reasons why when she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. I need to be moving on, moving forward. I need to let go. She is and always will be my dearest friend. I'll always love her, but I will let her remain as simply my friend, and I will find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment really makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights laying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her at odd hours of the day. Instead of all that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. Can't say there's anyone in particular I have my eye on just yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. She's taking steps, yo! Shinya is just a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark in there, and never will be. Tomoe, as irritating as I find her, is oddly alluring to me. I don't like her clothes or makeup or the whole aesthetic she has built for herself, but some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. Then there's Kojiro, a weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous. He really said that. He's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. And for now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue, but I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. I find myself smiling as I finish tidying up the apartment. Having a nice, clean place to live really does help to lift the spirits. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of that lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. A musty odor that seems to be ingrained in the very walls of the apartment building, or at least as long as I live here. Now it's not coming from my apartment because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too, and as far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. Might not be the best cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep disgusting mold out of my home. Still, the occasional odor aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting my taut muscles stiffen and relax. The day is still early, and it feels good that all my chores are already complete. The icing on the cake is the fact that Corpse Girl has 2 new requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort out my cleaning first. Now that I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on the new requests. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way to ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself anymore, I snatch up my laptop from its charging port next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos that I downloaded earlier. My new 2 victims, fresh blood. The first is an older male, maybe in his 50s. Typical businessman type. That's 50s? Damn. Might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you see on the subway, at the supermarket, on TV. If I had to guess, I'd take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out the picture. Maybe she's unhappy with her finances, or he's having an affair, or she's just tired of his clone face and his clone personality. Regardless, someone wants this unremarkable man removed from the face of this unremarkable world. Second victim is much, much more interesting. Jeff Bezos! That is... Man. 2 things strike me as noteworthy about the photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Secondly, the image is a photograph of a photograph. Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photo, then uploaded it to the site. The photograph is in good condition, as though the owner values it above all else. Signature is scribbled across it in white ink. An autographed photo of someone who's perhaps moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question, and the signature is such a mess that I can't make out even a single kanji in her name. Regardless, I'd be willing to bet that this disgruntled fan is requesting her death. She has a boyfriend! I'm her biggest fan! How dare she have a boyfriend? If she's an idol or a singer or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. The fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands, events, whatever. He asks her out, she politely declines. Then the obsession begins. The fanboy can't have her, no one can. Kill her. Kill her. Oh, that's the theory I slowly piece together as I examine the finer details of the photo. The reasons behind the requests don't matter. They never matter. I'll kill them all the same. I'm gonna work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp her photo with tomorrow's date and send it to her this afternoon. That should give her about 24 hours to give up on life and light herself on fire. Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set 24 hours from when I send the photo. It'll be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. It will make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goal set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. June 8th. I'm rather proud of myself today. During my morning routine, I made sure to take my medication with the correct doses, and I even washed it down with water. Didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. Still managed to catch the usual train, got to the convenience store at the usual time, and arrived at the office without a hitch. I can keep up with this dedication, this commitment to improving myself. I know I can be stronger than ever. Strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office and even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day has nearly ended now, I'm gonna make an effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway. At least before she stopped being social herself. About 5:45 p.m. and although both my latest victims should have killed themselves by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. I have a news alert set on my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified. Even if it doesn't, I won't stress out. I'm playing it cool. Cool, stoic, unflinching Noriko. Drone in the office always reaches its nadir at this time in the evening. Actually quite pleasant being able to sit in a quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioner against my skin. Man, I want an AC right about now. It's freaking 33 degrees. It's hot, yo. Even my computer is just not making things any better at all. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for the journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms, Tomoe approaches me with a spring in her step.
Yo, what up, slut?
About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. And now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually just being affectionate. Despite any differences we may have once had, she seems to have warmed up to me lately.
Hello. How did your day go?
You know, same old. What about you?
It went well, thanks.
Good to hear. You know, Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but...
Hmm? What's wrong?
Hasn't he seemed, like, kinda off today? He can barely look me in the eye.
Oh no, something happened, didn't there?
Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Another woman?
Some fragment of a memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection, flutters around the corners of my mind just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Something's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my thoughts.
Shinya isn't the type to cheat, though, so... I don't know.
Cheating? Nah, Shinya wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's not a piece of trash. I was so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh. That's it. Memory that was flittering around my edges of my consciousness has come into the light. Shinya spoke to me hypothetically about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him, so who was he talking about? Is this something I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya really is having a hard time and acting differently on Tomoe, then their relationship could really be in trouble. But is it even in my place to say anything? Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend. But Tomoe is my friend too, and she seems genuinely worried about him. I take a deep breath. It's just office drama like usual. Noriko would normally just reject it all and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. That's unhealthy, anxious, scared, weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I can be more than that. I'm improving, day by day, and part of that improvement involves being more social. Good for me, right? Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. Normal. That's normal, right? I think so. Therefore, I want them to be happy, together. I swallow hard and speak my mind.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
What? Are you serious?
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds. He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so... I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but who the hell is trying to seduce him?
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him. I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
Yeah, because I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
Of course. I don't know why I ever doubted you.
Tomoe grins, despite her obvious frustration, and gives me a thumbs up.
Thanks, gang. I'll keep you updated.
Okay, good luck.
Spins on her heel and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe will get to the bottom of the situation. I watch as she wanders over to Shinya's desk, exchange a few words that I can't hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves, and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on this floor, myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya for more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice my gaze is locked on him. A few more of my coworkers take their leave, and an eerie quiet descends over the empty office floor. I remain in my chair, staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. It's kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's the peppiest or most energetic person I've met, but seeing him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. I find myself striding towards his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving.
Hey.
Slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me. The sudden movement is reminiscent of a corpse springing to life in a B-grade zombie film.
Oh, Noriko.
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell. I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm gonna try and help him feel better. What should I even say? Let me just do this real quick. Let me just do that real quick. I mean, it's obviously not Tomoe, so tell me what's wrong, fam. Let it out. What's going on? What's going on? I know it's not Tomoe.
Tell me what's wrong.
I don't expect my blunt words to get through to him. I don't expect anything, really. I'm not used to confronting people about the shit they're facing in their personal lives. I'm usually just content to simply sit on the sidelines and watch.
No need to worry. I'll be okay.
He tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on the slivers of information I've been drip-fed, I'm certain someone has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone's been trying to force him into doing something he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. Could be someone from the office. Could be someone from his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to ever stand up for himself, and he's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down. But his recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever's happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help, even from his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you, right?
Doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch, which I have to give him credit for. This is the guy that couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned around him.
Yes.
His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil.
I see.
I don't know what to say next. I see probably wasn't the best starting point, but I am truly at a loss for words. He confessed so readily, and I expected more resistance.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure.
Is it that detective from earlier?
There's nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Trapped. Feeling I'm all too familiar with, and it's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. Part of me can't help but wonder if that feeling of helplessness is what flashes through the minds of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I know it to be true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and satisfied.
What will happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
His job. And it's somebody we work with. Somebody in this very office has been taking advantage of Shinya.
It's somebody here then.
I speak my thoughts aloud, and he looks directly at me.
How?
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward, you'd lose your job. Then it's someone in power. A manager, an exec. And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Noriko.
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. Almost as if he's come up with a brilliant scheme. A scheme that I not so subtly planted within his mind. And Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his bag.
I'm taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
Wink, wink. With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. The doors close behind him, and the familiar thrum of the elevator pans out around me. I stand still and close my eyes. I count to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance, while my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark and empty office. With a deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps towards the elevator. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I ever have to visit the executive offices? When execs have business with junior staff, they descend from this lofty perch and grace us with their presence on the 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
It is her. A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's hushed, yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous serpent.
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
I creep out of the elevator, hoping against hope that the ding of the elevator's arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified voice.
Stop it.
That was Shinya's voice. I creep around the corner and catch a glimpse of 2 bodies at a nearby desk. Oh my lord.
Come on now. I'm tired of playing games with you. You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior after all. How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
Otomi Ida. The executive with Shinya's career in her hands. The very same woman who blamed Shinya for the mishap with hiring Aoi. That whole situation is more in-depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Shh, I don't want to hear. Take your shirt off.
Oh boy. I swallow hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate this quickly. I don't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposefully bump into a desk, sending a potted plant tumbling to the carpeted floor with a dull thump. Otomi's neck pivots at full speed and she turns to face me. Her eyes narrow into hateful slits as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Otomi has abandoned Shinya and drawn close to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing here? This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Fujikawa, it is the detective from earlier. It is that. It's his dad. Shinya stands in the background, shyly tidying his shirt. Otomi's eyes somehow narrow even further, to the point where I'm certain she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully removed.
I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. Not one for confrontation, not one to hold my ground against a powerful adversary. Yet, this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe, so strong-willed and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe, who would do anything to protect the guy she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls to me to protect Shinya.
Fuck off, you filthy skank.
I can't believe the foul words that stumble out of my mouth. Apparently, Kotomi can't believe it either, because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow, Tomoe's indomitable spirit seems to have inhabited my body. My words echo her own. That, or I've just managed to find a temporary burst of courage.
What did you say to me?
Did I stutter?
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Kotomi grits her teeth and veins, and a vein protrudes from her forehead. Not another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulder slams into mine, but by some minor miracle, I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade away as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply, and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
Noriko, that was amazing.
I nod and sway a little, and take a deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell Shinya doesn't know what to do next. He looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of the recent situation, we both silently decide that's not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulder with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
Don't sweat it.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
Of course. Go get some rest.
Shinya smiles for the first time in a while, and he releases his hand from my shoulder. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of my blood pounding through my veins. I got an achievement! I chose the right thing! Yay! Steam and suds fill my vision as a pleasant torrent of hot water sprays across my body. The tiles on the shower wall are polished to a pearly sheen, so much so that I can see my own hulking and beautifully ugly reflection in them. Shadow in the reflection has dark matted hair in her eyes. I don't know if she can see me like I can see her. I wipe my hair from my eyes and stare into space, trying to shake the abstract thoughts from my mind. It isn't until my phone springs to life from the bathroom countertop that my thoughts return to the present. I startle at the noise. I peer through the shower's glass door, but it's impossible to make out the name flashing across the screen thanks to the steam fogged up the glass. I'm always the only person who regularly calls me, so it could be her ringing. Or it could be a spam caller trying to sell me something I don't really need. But I may just cave in and buy it anyway, because it's a nice feeling that someone thought to call me. Open the shower door and tiptoe out, my wet and dripping body causing pools of water to form on the bathroom floor. A deft hand snatches up the phone, and I clutch it to my chest as I retreat back into the shower. The water never stopped running, and it greets me with a welcome warmth as I bask in it once more. My phone is a fairly new model, so it's conveniently waterproof. I take advantage of this feature on occasion. It's nice to be able to submerge myself in water and browse the web to truly escape my own thoughts. Heavy droplets smack against the phone and dribble down. My eyes ignore them as they scan the screen. The incoming call is a voice chat request from noise user Koji. Ojiro is calling me? I answer the call.
Noriko?
Hey.
Hi. Good time?
Sure.
Bad. Wanted to tell you something. I saw a post on... This call has static.
Sorry, it's just the shower running.
Uzi! Hello! I came in time for a shower scene. Awkward. What's up? How are you doing?
Oh, in the shower?
Yeah?
Huh. Okay. Well...
Greetings. I smell burning. That's... probably not... Hopefully it's just a barbecue. Holy crap. I smell burning. That's not good. Smells like charcoal though, so I think we're good.
Sorry. Awkward.
Really, it's fine. What did you want to tell me?
Okay. Saw a new post on Noise Chan today. Posted this afternoon. Might interest you.
Message board noise channel is often affectionately referred to as Noise Chan by certain frequent users. Not really surprised that Kojiro is the type to call it that.
What was the post about?
Well, someone wrote this. I quote, Hey, so today I got a strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts. Continuing. Not sure what the deal is. It was gross though. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number or something? End quote. Thoughts?
Sensei, have you heard of the Spirit Hunter visual novel series? No, I have not. What's it about? Aside from, spirit hunting. Might be something I might be interested in.
Sounds like Corpse Girl has struck again.
Right? Thought the same thing.
Wonder who wrote the post. Kojiro mentioned the post was written today, and the original poster wrote that they received the photo today. That means it can only be one of two people. Either of my latest victims. Carbon copy businessman, or the attractive semi-famous idol, singer, actor, whatever woman.
So, who wrote this post anyway?
Don't know. Anonymous.
Of course. It was a stupid question. No one would attach their name to such a strange post. Horror visual novel with mild jump scare. Ooh. Give me a sec. Let me write that down. Is that on Steam? Hang on, let me just write that down really quick. Spirit Hunter visual novel. Spirit Hunter NG. Oh, Deathmark. Yeah, I've heard of Deathmark. Okay, cool. That's on my list. Definitely on my list. Each game's around $50. Maybe Steam summer sale. Deathmark has been on my list.
Was hoping you could tell me.
Gotta figure out some stuff and figure out when I can play it. The third game is coming up. Ooh, maybe I'll do a marathon right before it comes out. 1, 2, and then start 3 right when it comes out. Maybe. Remind me again before I in case I forget, because I wanna. That has been on my list. I've seen a lot of people play it, and it looks fun. Japanese though.
How would I know?
Yeah.
Well, you're Corpse Girl, right?
What? Where did that come from? What the hell? You want to end it here? You want to end it here? Cliffhanger? Cliffhanger? You want a cliffhanger? We can end it here? This game is really, really good. Like, story-wise, it's not really nothing scary. Nothing too scary at the moment. Like, I don't know. This is still Act 1 though. And I think there are 4 acts or 3. Either way. This again. Kojiro just doesn't let it slide. Why does he suspect me now? What did I do this time?
It's okay. We can discuss later. Oh yeah, the original post has a reply.
It does?
I'll read it too. Quote, you got this too? Was the gore photo a picture of yourself? I'm worried. Received a similar pic from the same number. Continuing, thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting. End quote.
The first post received a reply. Interesting. Very interesting. Both posters talked about receiving a photo. That can only mean that one of them is the boring businessman and one of them is a semi-famous woman. However, the fact that they've taken their discussion online instead of slitting their own throats is rather troubling. Were the photos not convincing enough to make them kill themselves? Or not enticing enough to summon another entity to snuff out their souls? Was this attempt just a repeat of the failure I had with the twin woman?
Anyway, enjoy your shower. Let's talk tomorrow, corpse girl.
Before I can interject, Kojiro ends the call. Shit, he's once again assuming my true identity. He's assuming correctly, but that's besides the point. Well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this will actually save me some time and effort. He already knows I'm Corpse Girl. It should be easy to strike a deal with him in exchange for access to a fresh supply of cadavers. That is, if I decide to walk that path and take the game to the next level. Thinking it through, I may very well have to go ahead and do that. The last 3 victims have not ended their lives as I planned. My success rate is very low. That's a depressing fact, and one that the old Noriko would probably have thrown a tantrum over. Not me. Not new and improved Noriko. Turn off the running water and step out the shower. Shiver scuttles down my spine like a spider as the cold, damp air clings to my naked form. Throwing my phone onto the bathroom counter, I reach for a towel and wrap it around my corpulent, emaciated body. Thick flab on my skeletal arms jiggles as I dry myself off. When I'm satisfied that my fleshy and cadaverous body is completely dry, I grab a second towel and wrap it around my hair. A cursory glance in the mirror as I leave the bathroom reveals my gaunt face and prominent cheekbones. I get the feeling that even though I've been gaining weight, I am thinning out more and more. Although my body isn't perfect, I'm still in love with my eyes. I wouldn't change a thing about them. While my frame simultaneously grows plumper and slimmer, I hope my eyes will stay the same. I flick off the bathroom light as I exit. Entering the bedroom, I sit down on the bed with a towel around my body and another one around my hair. The laptop is laying open on the sheets. I pull toward me. A few clever keywords in the search engine quickly leads me to the post on Noise Channel that Kojiro just informed me about. Sure enough, he was telling the truth. The original poster submitted this just today, and the follow-up reply was submitted shortly after. I skim through the text to see if there are any clues about either poster's identity. However, nothing really stands out. I'll retain my assumptions that my 2 latest victims created these posts. Spend a little time applying various moisturizing creams to my skin before getting dressed in my bedwear. Feeling pretty relaxed by the time I finish. Perhaps I'll just spend the rest of the evening reading a book in bed. Or I could try and plan out my next move with Kojiro. Should I come forward, claim my identity, and request access to his morgue? A big step. Seems to be the time for me to make a bold move. I can't keep working on requests that are doomed to fail. I need to start succeeding. For me. For Corpse Girl. I pull my laptop to me once more and begin to brainstorm my plans. Is that it? Is that Act 1? No, it's not. He should be here by now. I was pretty clear about meeting at 5:30 p.m. Already 5:45 and he isn't even in sight. Thought for sure he wouldn't miss a chance to meet up with me again. Can't contain my nerves. Try to tell myself that I'm only angry because of trepidation and I'm not actually angry at him. Big moment for me. I've never once revealed my identity to anyone. I assume he will take it in stride. I wouldn't be going through with this if I didn't firmly believe that.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. My neck jerks in reaction to the voice.
There you are.
I'm late?
I make a point of checking the time on my phone and nod.
Sauce. Traffic?
You drove here?
No.
Okay.
What did you want to discuss?
I have a request for you. And a confession.
Kojiro's eyes widen and he looks me up and down.
Knew it.
blink and look down at the ground. He's known for some time. I was fooling myself for thinking my stupid attempts to erase suspicion of my identity were working on him.
You're going to confess your love. Been waiting for this moment.
Wait, no, that's not.
Shh. No more words. I accept your heart.
Shh.
Kojiro, I don't.
Call me Koji now. We're one. No need to be shy.
Ugh.
This isn't getting me anywhere. Thanks to my frustration and nervousness, I simply blurred out my true confession.
I'm Corpse Girl.
This guy's awesome, yo. Kojiro doesn't react. Well, he cocked his head a few degrees to the side, slowly and surely. You can even call that a reaction to my sudden outburst.
Yes? Okay. So, a kiss to commemorate our love?
Did you even hear what I just said?
Of course.
I'm Corpse Girl. I'm the one behind the corpse photos and the deaths and.
It feels kind of strange to say these things out loud. For some reason, it leaves a sour and bitter taste in my mouth that I can't swallow.
Yes, I know. Knew it since our first noise chat.
Our first noise chat?
Remember? You messaged me late at night. Asked me if I knew about Corpse Girl.
Is that what tipped you off? You assumed I was her just because I mentioned her?
No.
Then. How? How did you figure it out?
You asked me to look up names. Names of Corpse Girl's victims.
Oh, yeah. I did, huh? That was stupid of me. I suppose that gave it away.
No.
No.
Other people could have known those names.
Then. Come on. Throw me a bone here. How'd you find out?
You said you requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Eiichi Hanada. The guy who died in a traffic accident. Remember that I lied to Kojiro about being the one to request his death. It was the only way I could escape his suspicions at the time. If I remember correctly, it threw him off my trail for a while. He believed I was the one who requested the death, so that explained how I knew he was one of Corpse Girl's victims. What if Kojiro's telling me is now true, then my lie actually had the opposite effect? How did it make him figure out my identity?
I don't understand. I confessed to requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. So what?
He was the one who requested it?
That was a lie.
Even so, I still don't understand. You're not making any sense.
Did Kojiro request it, and is that why? Kojiro's shoulders drop. He stares at me intently.
You lied about requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. That lie proved to me that you were Corpse Girl.
Yes, but how? Tell me!
I was the one who requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Nice. Kojiro's deadpan countenance makes his claim believable beyond all doubt. I feel the blood drain from my face.
I submitted his photo to Corpse Girl's website. Imagine my surprise when you claimed that you did it. That lie made it clear. You knew his name. You knew he died. You knew he was Corpse Girl's victim. Ergo, you are Corpse Girl.
Despite my dazed state, I can't fault his logic. I took credit for something Kojiro did. Of course, that would paint me as a liar in his eyes.
So, you've known this whole time.
I know the music is making it sound like it's epic, but nothing epic really happened. It's like, it feels like someone's about to die, one of them's about to die now, or there's gonna be like one big confrontation, but no, it's just...
Yes.
And yet, still met up with me. And not just today, but at the cafe too.
Yes.
Aren't you scared of me?
No, that's not the way I'd put it. You should be scared of me. After all, I requested the death. Had motive for murder, even if I didn't carry it out personally. Imagine what else I'm capable of.
I subconsciously take a step back from Kojiro's suddenly looming form.
From our discussions, I know you don't kill your victims. You just nudge them, urge them, tempt them with death as an escape from their fear. You're no murderer. What reason have I to fear you?
He's right. He's absolutely right. He knows everything about Corpse Girl's methods. My methods. Kojiro's a dangerous enemy. Or a powerful ally. It's up to me to decide whether he's with me or against me. I recall a conversation at the cafe. He claimed he would support Corpse Girl if she came to him for assistance. He's a fan. Would support her obediently, no questions asked. As long as the price was right. So, all I have to do is make him an offer that he can't refuse.
Join me. Help Corpse Girl rid this fucking world of the fetid filth that infests it.
I decide to quote a certain passage from a book that Kojiro himself gave me. A paragraph from Strange Flower that's stuck with me for some time.
There's a certain beauty in death, a macabre certainty, an absolute state of finality.
Nobel Sinclair.
You understand what I'm talking about. You work with cadavers for a living. The dead can't hurt you. They can't betray you. They can't disobey, or object, or disapprove.
Oh, my bad. Where was I?
Wouldn't it be better if we were all beautiful like that?
Perhaps. Didn't expect Corpse Girl to be so vain. Is your motivation simply to impart your own ideas of beauty to the world?
No,
There's more to it.
of course. Me, myself, Noriko, may be vain. But Corpse Girl isn't burdened by such petty notions. Her ambition is pure. Her ambition is crucial to the survival of the entire human race.
Thought I had a big ego. You're so self-important. Both you and Corpse Girl.
I don't expect you to understand. Not yet. But I've realized that I can't do everything alone. I need your help. I need cadavers.
I see. What's in it for me?
This is the critical point of our negotiation. It could all fall apart here if I don't offer something to Kojiro that considers worth the risk. Question is, what does he want? What does he desire?
I propose an equal partnership. You'll reap half of the benefits from Corpse Girl's work.
This offers a gamble, and I know that in the back of my mind. However, it was the only feasible solution I could come up with when I planned out this encounter late last night. This tactic relies completely on my assumed understanding of Kojiro's innermost desires. If I'm wrong about him, then this whole thing will blow up in my face.
Corpse Girl will create more death than you could ever imagine. Think of all the fresh corpses you could get your eager little hands on.
Kojiro shakes his head, his lips pursed in a thin line of disapproval.
Sorry, already got my fill of corpses. Morgue's full enough as it is.
I narrow my eyes and stand my ground. Can't back down now. I'm so close to unraveling him and his secrets.
You've always wanted to mimic Nobel Sinclair. I can see it in your face, in your very soul, whenever you praise his work. You want to emulate his actions and experience his escapades firsthand. You want to dress up corpses, take them out to dinner, perform all manner of bizarre social experiments with the dead. It's your passion. But living vicariously through Nobel Sinclair's books isn't enough for you anymore. And that's where your fascination with me, with Corpse Girl, stems from. As soon as you figured me out, you knew I was your gateway to satisfying your lust for the macabre. You work with cadavers all day, every day, but you can't get them out of the morgue with eyes on you at all times. But I can. I have the perfect plan on how to withdraw all the corpses we could ever need. Half of them for you, and half of them for me. An equal partnership.
This is weird. I end my speech and let Kojiro bask in my words. I hope I was convincing enough to sway him, and I pray that I'm correct about his sickest desires. His reaction isn't exactly what I was expecting. He laughs. A big hearty guffaw that scares a few nearby birds and sends them flying to safety. Clapping his hands together slowly, he inches closer to me until I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out? I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps. But you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
A bead of sweat forms on the back of my neck. Not exactly bluffing, because I have planned out this whole scenario in detail. But until I actually try to pull off such a maneuver, I can only speculate it'll work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy. So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure. Don't make me regret it. But listen. What I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about. Got it?
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together? Shouldn't we be open and honest and build a trusting partnership?
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work. I'll help you craft your elaborate photos. No charge. I get privacy, you get an assistant. Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
You think about his offer. It's true that I don't really need to know what he's gonna do with the corpses on offer. The whole thing's illegal already, so if he wants to take it further, that's not on me. And if I can get some assistance, It'll surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I'll need muscle to move the bodies, for starters. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Kojiro extends a hand, and I grip it as firmly as my frail bones will allow. We shake once, and Kojiro offers me a surprisingly warm smile. His intense, murderous demeanor suddenly vanishes and reverts to his awkward alien self.
Saws about the love confession stuff before. Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
Seriously? Did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his desires for absolutely no reason? Was all he wanted a chance to take me out?
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. A spoken contract's as good as anything to me. I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
That is?
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve. Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business. I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that?
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory? I might know a place.
A factory?
An abandoned factory for all our corpse collection. So like a corpse factory. I like the sound of that. Hey! It's pretty late by the time I get back home. Completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojiro took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Hey, yo, I can appreciate that. My mouth is pretty dry. I didn't get some water like last time. Still, I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojiro to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. I figure that I should turn in for the night since I need to be at the office in the morning. The ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I'll take a quick look for new requests, and just a peek. Laptop open, logged in. I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see the notification for one new request. Feeling like an overly excited schoolgirl, I open the message and view the details. Request details. Today, 6:02 p.m. local time. Victim's phone. Blah 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 blah. Downloading image attachment. Oh, there she is! The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. A woman, middle-aged, with a stern impression. Well-groomed and dressed in business attire. When you have that one notif on social... when you tweet out something and then you get that one notification ping on your phone. Hey, yo, this tweet a banger, though. One like. Hey, this tweet doing numbers. And immediately familiar. Otomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. Seeing this request come through the site gives me a disorienting sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The answer hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. Kotomi Ida isn't the first coworker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know at the time, Akane Tsurumaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Kotomi Ida marks the second person wanted dead within my company, and he's an exec. Just like Tsurumaki. Well, third if she's counting herself, right? What if this is simply coincidence? Surely has to be. After all, Tomoe confessed that she was the one to request Tsurumaki's death. She seemed to regret doing so. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'd go on to upload Kotomi Ida's photo on the site. So who could want Kotomi Ida dead? He isn't the most likable person, but who really is? It's Shinya. She deals with juniors on my floor on a regular basis. Juniors like me, Tomoe, Shinya. Shinya. You can request to die? Kinda. It's like a rumor, a website rumor in, where, submit photos, like a person's photo and phone number, and then they will die or something. Some kind of rumor like that. And then, like, she's the one running the website, but, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff to it. But she sends photoshopped corpses of the victims to the victim, and then just leave it at that. But by some chance or something, like, some people who've been requested to die just die after receiving the photos. So he's like, she's like, I have power. Oh my god. So technically, yeah. The website is like requested death. That's right. Thanks to Kotomi. Genius prospects at the company are dead in the dirt, and that's before even diving into the true issue, their current relationship. Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem like the type, but I let out a sigh. I'm far too tired to run through the myriad of possibilities tonight. I don't think I can even bring my weary fingers to navigate the database of the deceased to start on this request. I'll tackle this tomorrow. No matter the reasons behind the request, Kotomi Ida will receive a corpse photo. That's my conviction as corpse girl after all. Close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to claim me quickly. I think I'm gonna end it here. This is a good time to end it, because I need to eat. It is 8 p.m. So this is where I'm gonna end it for today. Yeah. If you should play this game, Aiya. This is really good. Like, it's less on the horror aspect than I would like, but you know. It's pretty good. But yeah, this is gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go eat dinner because it's 8:15 and I am hungry. Even though I woke up like literally 4 hours ago. And I ate something before I started streaming. Yeah, this is a good time to end it. How much is it? That is a very good question. I put this thing up on like I backed this on Kickstarter, so, but it's on Steam, so you should check it out. Steam and Switch soon, as far as if I remember correctly. I don't know when the Switch one is coming out soon, but apparently soon. Yeah. There's another thing I want to kind of talk about, but maybe I will stream tomorrow or not. I don't know, depending on how I feel tomorrow. I kind of want to stream more, but at the same time, I also want. It's only $20. Damn. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, get it. It's really cool. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh shoot.
Got something up your ass?
Hit the scroll wheel again. But yeah. I still gotta plan out the 1,000 sub karaoke thing. I said that yesterday as I was like ending the stream, but now I gotta commit to it because I said it. And now yeah. Tomoe cute. You'll see what she's about. You'll see what she's all about. Play the game, you'll see what she's all about. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. But yeah. I gotta plan out some stuff. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow, depending on how like, you know, a working stream, just to figure out stuff. Message you two to plan something. Alrighty. Alrighty. Sounds good. I shall be waiting. I gotta figure out what songs to do, right? Thousand sub celebration. Alrighty. I shall talk to you all later. Hopefully tomorrow. Either way, I'll be on Twitter to, like, you know, if you guys wanna see if I am gonna stream tomorrow. I still haven't decided, but either way. See ya next time. Not tomorrow. If you're not, you know, if you're on this side of the world, good night. If you're on, you know, if your day's just starting, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Have fun. Ritsu, I shall see you. Bye bye. I am hungry. Bye bye.